This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. When we think about the COVID-19 vaccine hesitancy in the Black community, let's remember, it didn't happen by chance. It's justified in history. But the will to change the narrative is strong today, and our people are lending their voices to the conversation. We're sharing our stories and the reasons that made us choose the vaccine so we can lead the way for others to make a well-informed choice too. To hear our stories, visit hereforuswa.org.
A burst pipe at 3 a.m. is a bad way to start the day. A cold shower in November isn't invigorating. So before you start freaking, call Beacon. Beacon Plumbing, Heating, and Mechanical is just one call away 24 hours a day. 1-800-FREAKIN or beaconplumbing.net.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Want to thank my Facebook buddy Nathan P. for this video. He turned me on to the latest offering from the YouTube channel There I Ruined It. And they're famous for their strange reimagining of popular songs.
Yeah, they usually take like a random, somewhat current song in the last 20 years and turn it into like an old, like 60s old time song or like a big band song or something along those lines.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's
pretty fun.
It's funny because they do, like you say, they'll range anywhere from like 30s, 40s, 50s, or 60s as far as the vibe of the song. You know, like you said, the big band, or maybe like, you know, the doo-wop of the 50s or the surf and sound of the 60s.
They take something current and make it sound really old.
Yeah, it's awesome. And I think this is a great song for them to take on. And that is, of course, Disturbed's Down with the Sickness, which, come on now. I mean, you know, that's a song. I mean, really.
There you go. Good morning, everybody.
I am so excited to hear, because I haven't heard this.
Dude, it's so weird that you were even doing this, because yesterday I was at the gym and I decided to pull up the playlist, New Metal Jams or something along those lines. It's like a new metal playlist that was put together by Apple Music, and I'm listening to it, and Disturbed's Down with the Sickness comes on. I'm like, just enjoying it. And I forget that we play the radio edit, and we don't play the full version that has like a whole bridge or a whole other part about a mom situation. That's
exactly.
It's not so subtle, and it's very dark, and it put me in a weird headspace for the rest of my workout. I was like, you know what? I'm going to have to switch to something more upbeat, because this was just like, I was feeling it until that part came, and I'm like, I get why they edited out that for the radio version.
Wow. Yeah. That's why, the song has a completely different meaning when you hear the full version. And all of a sudden you're like, oh, wow, I should not be so happy when the song is like, once it's done, this is like, oh man. And then yeah,
you're not looking to hit your PR. You're looking to go into a room and cry. I feel bad for David.
Is that when you changed it to Sound of Silence?
We need something a little more uplifting.
Yeah. That really got me going. Man, crushing that leg day with the Sound of Silence.
Yeah, wow. So this is the YouTube channel's There I Ruined It, and the recent song they've done, Disturbed's Down with the Sickness. And what did they decide to do? They decided to give it a 1950s doo-wop vibe.
Drowning deep in my sea of loathing, broken your servant I kneel. Will you give it to me? It seems what's left of my human side is slowly changing me. Will you give it to me? Looking at my own reflection.
make that Disturbed song more disturbing.
Yeah, it's very disturbing, man. I'll tell you, one of my favorite songs is Warren Zevon's "Excitable Boy," and he sings it like it's a really happy tune, but it's basically about a kid who's a serial killer. And
which is funny because I feel like that song we just listened to should be like in a movie of like a serial killer scene.
Right.
Yeah.
Where he's like chopping up the fingers and stuff.
Oh, right. Yeah.
He's all happy about it.
Right. He's chopped off the hand and he's high-fiving himself while he's... I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Love the contradiction like that, man. You love songs that, that are in a situation where it's like, this is not what's really going on. This is the exact opposite mood that this song is portraying.
Chops the leg off, uses it to kick a football.
Nice juxtaposition.
Yeah.
Steve,
there you go.
Some really specific things that you're throwing out there.
Yeah, I grew up watching Tarantino films, Rev.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's it. That'll do it for you. So congratulations to the folks at There I Ruined It. You can check out the video on the BJ and Migs page of KISW.com because the video is really, there's like, 1950s girls screaming and all that stuff. And you got the backup singers all dressed in their suits, with the old-timey microphones.
And what's that sound effect that they use? That thing? I don't know what it's even called.
Oh, the Vazuvaphony. I don't know.
No, it's
some
not
sort
the
of
Vazuvaphony.
Weird, whistle type thing that does that. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
I remember having those when out of those little quarter machines that you would put it in and get the little ball of stuff or whatever.
Yeah,
I don't know how else to describe it other than it's the thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's it. Vazavazabuza.
There you go. No,
A slide whistle?
Is it really just a slide whistle?
Either that or a tin whistle?
Like the slide whistle is the whoop, not the
Right.
You know what?
Yeah, this is more. Oh my Lord!
Rev's actually got this down. If you can believe that, he knows what he's talking about.
Then I think it's just the tin whistle.
The tin whistle.
I don't know. I need to hear what a tin whistle sounds like to make that determination personally.
All right. Well, you know what, sir? We're going to get right on that. I didn't know that with such forceful, we'll get this done. I had no idea that this was big for you. But
I just don't feel like the sound that goes is a tin whistle.
I'm just thinking tin whistle sounds like something you need penicillin for.
Yeah, it really, yeah, exactly. What do you got? I got the tin whistle.
It's called the slide whistle. Is it really?
No, Rev's right. The slide whistle's like, woo! It's like that. He's right. I know that sound. That what you're talking about is sort of like a kazoo whistle.
Yeah. Someone says it's a penny whistle.
A penny whistle, okay.
Another person says kazoo, but it's not a kazoo.
But it feels it
has
sounds
a kazoo sound.
Yeah, it's like a kazoo and a whistle combined. When
it's like a kazoo going through puberty.
I feel like none of us are really old enough to know what the hell this is, and we have to talk to an old timey person. Do we have any old timey people listening? Yeah.
No, it's not. I don't know. I don't know.
Should know this actually.
Penny whistle is a tin whistle.
Yeah, tin whistle is this.
Yeah, that's not it.
No,
that's not it at all.
Nope.
I remember getting like those kind of woo whistles at like when you would go to like a family fun center and play with the tickets, and that would be one of the prizes.
Oh, but you don't know the name of the whistle.
No, it was like some super.
So you know what? Maybe it is a Vasuvaphony. All right, Steve. If it turns out it's a Vasuvaphony, I would like my money back.
Maybe it's called the woo whistle, or it could be like the flare whistle.
Woo! I like it.
Oh, the flare whistle. Okay, there we go.
That's when I go. Woo!
All right, there we go. Don't know. All right, well, you know what? This deep mystery probably will never be solved.
It's not going to be. I'm looking at all the texts, and everyone's giving us different answers.
Yeah, they are. Sorry, texters, but you know what?
You guys are all making stuff up.
Yeah, right?
It's a Vasuvaphony, and just deal with it, people.
A butt whistle.
That's
I'm not Googling that.
No, we have one of those, and it sounds like Chewbacca. That's that woman is the butt whistle. That's a farting woman butt whistle sound right there.
It's a whizzer.
A whizzer? I feel like that's something else as well.
I don't know.
Supposed to do on the electric fence.
That sounds like it could be the name of it. A couple people have texted in calling it a whizzer.
All right, look up a whizzer sound effect. Rev, see if you can find it, and we'll play it.
Another one says it's a siren whistle. I feel like whizzer. That sounds like that's what it is.
Nothing
I agree.
with whizzer.
I agree.
No?
Whizzer works. Nothing comes up for whizzer?
No.
Friggin' texters, you again, trying to take my Vasuvaphony thunder away.
Who can we trust?
Oh yeah, I'm seeing
Ghostbusters.
Neon Whizzers.
Yes.
Neon Whizzers really seems like an Urban Dictionary thing.
Or a band from the 90s.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Everybody whizzes, everybody whizzes, yeah.
That's what they are, whizzers.
Neon Whizzers?
Well,
we have a sound of a whizzer?
I'm trying to find you know how hard it is to Google neon whizzer.
I'm not sure. I feel like it's only 2 words, but if you tell me it's hard, I'm going to give it to you.
Well, I'm not getting those answers that we might want.
You know what? Let's just
I see
go
what
with
you're
it.
saying. Safe search it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you find a bunch of R. Kelly videos.
Oh, gosh.
Wow. Okay, then. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's the sound right there.
So no Neon Wizard, Rev? Nothing? No sound
No,
effect?
man. Anytime I'm trying to like Neon Wizard, I'm getting motorcycles. If I just put in Wizard, it comes up with Neil Young.
What the?
Oh, well, Neil Young, of course, is the
I
king
don't-
of Neon Wizards.
And then also engine noises, like diesel mods.
I feel like it's an iconic 50s sound, though. You know what I mean? It's like that sound was a lot in the old-timey 50s, 60s. I remember people blowing those things all the time. I'm surprised it's not available on the internets.
Yeah, it looks
Unless-
like Wizard toy, and it looks like it's a different thing. It almost looks like a dreidel.
Oh. All
the
right,
hell's
maybe
going on, guys?
look up Vesuviphony. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. All right, well, while we're looking for that mystery, which we never will find.
No, we
Hey,
won't.
if any texter or anybody finds a link to this sound that we're talking about, that whatever the heck it is.
That's what I'm saying. It's a spin whistle.
Ooh, spin whistle. You know, somebody once gave me a spin whistle. Wasn't pleasant. Yeah. Okay, so no one's looking up the spin whistle?
Spin whistle?
I have completion issues. We really should probably go on to something
You
else.
just get with me. You're, yeah, I feel you.
I really want to get this sound to see if we find out what it is.
When I type in spin
Found it.
whistle,
I found it.
Oh, okay, here it is.
Thanks to Jason, I found the siren whistle.
siren whistle, yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Let's hear it. That's it. That's it. It does sound like a siren and a whistle. It really should have been simpler. Well, thank you, Jason. Of course, Jason was alive at those days, so he knows.
Yeah.
A siren whistle.
There it is. And there's the siren whistle right there. Vicky found him. Vicky's going to order me like 400 of them now. Watch.
No texture. It's not an anal fisher.
Whoa.
Someone just
Oh,
Maybe that was autocorrect?
no, that's somebody that goes and fishes near the ice holes and gets. That's what you do in Minnesota in the winter. That's
I
what
feel
it is.
good now. I'm happy that we have this resolved.
We
Suss that out.
yeah.
We weren't going anywhere until we found it.
No, we
I don't
could
know
have
if anybody
easily.
else does, but I.
We could have. It would have been 10 a.m. and Ryan's like, "I want to do my show." We're like, "We haven't figured out the whistle yet."
Sorry, Ryan. We're still searching.
You played no commercials or songs. You guys have just been going through the sound effects.
That's what happens when you're a good anal fisher. We got to tell you, I don't know if you heard this, the Pacific Northwest, our little area of the country, making national news because of a huge fork. Steve's going to tell you all about it. He's got the Migs report for you at 6:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. When we think about the COVID-19 vaccine hesitancy in the Black community, let's remember, it didn't happen by chance. It's justified in history. But the will to change the narrative is strong today, and our people are lending their voices to the conversation. We're sharing our stories and the reasons that made us choose the vaccine so we can lead the way for others to make a well-informed choice too. To hear our stories, visit hereforuswa.org.
The best defense is a good offense. So before the sewer backs up into your home and wreaks havoc, stop freaking and call Beacon. Beacon Plumbing, Heating, and Mechanical is there for you when you need them most. 1-800-FREAKIN or beaconplumbing.net.
Take the next step toward the career you want, be it business, cybersecurity, healthcare, or more. UMGC can help you get there. No application fee when you apply by August 31st. Visit umgc.edu, certified to operate by Chev.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle.
If you're hearing an informative newscast right now, well, then you must not be listening to BJ and Migs. Live from the KISW News Center in downtown Seattle, this is the Migs Report.
Well, thanks, you guys, and thanks to Kia Pure for giving us the Migs report. And today is the day to do whatever the hell you want, because today is My Way Day. So maybe listen to Limp Bizkit's My Way.
Oh, okay.
My way or the highway.
Go to Burger King.
Yeah.
No, it's you have it your way.
Yeah.
Which is his way.
Oh, wait, yeah.
Which in turn, if BJ said it, would be my way.
Exactly. That's what they're saying. Have it your way. That's my way, you know. Or listen to Little Frankie.
Who's? Oh, yeah. Little Frankie.
Frankie.
What is, I thought it was maybe a new hip-hop artist. I'm like, who's Little Frankie?
Little Frankie.
Now, look, if you don't like this, don't want to do this, then there's always the highway.
Very true.
Yeah.
My way or the highway.
There you go. Yeah, man.
It's also National Cabbage Day, which I think they're talking about the actual cabbage, but maybe smoke some weed because they call that cabbage.
Oh,
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know
cabbage
what you
I thought
guys
was
want.
also money too. So you can make a little cabbage.
Oh,
That was
okay.
back in the old timey days.
So I'm just slightly distracted. Because I'm watching some of the footage from the Rams had their big Super Bowl celebration yesterday. Some of the cool stuff was like Andrew Whitworth, that guy, man, 40 years old, had a great speech to talk about don't let the opinions of others like cloud your mind of what you want to do, because he says, 5 years ago people thought I was done. Here I am now holding a Super Bowl championship, which is nuts when you think about it, because he's 40.
Yeah,
and his coach is like 4 years younger than him.
That is nuts,
right? Because I think Sean McVay's like 36.
Yeah, he's like, wasn't he the youngest guy to win a Super Bowl? I thought, or he's
Coach?
One of the youngest.
Yeah. And then my other favorite part is this video of Matthew Stafford just chugging like tequila while he's like trying to do a speech. But at one point, some woman is standing right next to him, and she just falls off the stage. He just looks at her and just turns around and goes, "I'm out." Like,
not dealing with that one.
This video is just so great. He's just like hanging out, doing his thing, just talking to somebody. This girl just falls right up the stage.
There she goes.
One girl's like nervous for him. He just turns around. He's like, "Yeah, I'm out of here. I'm Matthew Stafford.
I don't need to deal with that.
I'm a Super Bowl champ.
I got people to handle that."
All right, let's talk about the wonderful town of Oregon in Portland.
Okay.
Making news on a national level. What are they doing?
What are they doing in Portland? They're keeping it weird, I know.
They are, because, they're known for just like their food trucks. They have like a whole food truck plaza, which is being built outside of Portland. And they've just put together the world's largest fork. Or as they said in the story, Portland has erected what they believe to be the world's largest fork at 37 feet.
Whoa, okay.
So there's a guy named Ken, he's from the development construction firm, and he said, this is the best part. The whole idea of making this 37-foot fork was started off as just a giant joke.
Almost as a joke, the architect put in a fork in the rendering for their drawings, and everybody loved it, and so we decided to pursue making a world record height fork.
All right, then.
Sure,
well, this is, you go see the biggest ball of twine, and now another reason to go to Portland to go see the world's largest fork.
And they're going to prop it right outside of the Acropolis.
Yeah. All right. Well, there it is. There's the fork. It looks just like a fork, too. He's not kidding.
It's a big-ass fork.
Yeah.
I guess the previous largest fork, because there's actually another somewhere else in America, and it's like 35 feet.
I know. How do you feel about that? I feel like,
I declare war on Portland. I'm like, dude, that's our thing.
That's our thing, yeah.
So you made a fork 2 feet bigger, and now you have the biggest fork.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Portland is, that just feels like, it feels like a little bit of a snipey thing to do.
All right, let's head over to Minneapolis. I love this because there's two TV reporters. They're doing their reports, and they're talking about something where they show a live camera from the Department of Natural Resources, which is showing an eagle's nest. So they're talking about the eagle's nest. And while they're talking about the eagle's nest, I guess the male eagle swings on by the nest to say what's up to the female eagle, and then just starts going to town.
Oh.
And, as the story says, vigorously mating with her. And here's the newscasters trying to just keep their cool while talking about the story.
There's a new egg in the DNR's Eagle Cam. Yep.
And there will be a little eaglet.
Wait, up, there's the other one.
This is a live cam.
This is live, yeah.
Good.
Look at that. So there they are. And they got that egg in there, and I don't know what's happening now. Chris says we might have another egg soon. Okay, well, let's just move on and talk about the forecast.
Chris has the same mindset as I do. I was like, yep, making another egg there, boys.
That's what's going on there.
I don't know what's happening here, you liar.
Nature.
Well, then they're trying to still do the newscast, and they just couldn't keep it together. So here it is.
Well, you can't. It's live TV, and you can't make that up.
Oh, my goodness.
Right. Come back tomorrow. We'll show you the second.
That is the greatest thing that's ever.
I can't even.
Yeah, I took this X-rated.
Okay.
Yeah, they're really not equipped for that kind of stuff. Newscasters only have, one speed, and if you knock them off that train, it's tough to get back on.
So speaking of eggs, and you'll understand the relate in just a second. So you guys remember that story about the security guard that got fired from his job because he decided to draw faces on the faceless 3 figures piece of art? That was
in the art museum.
Like $1 million piece of art that on his first day of the job, he decided while he was bored to just put eyes on this painting. So now he just admitted to why he did it.
Oh, okay.
And he says that there were some teen girls egging him on.
Oh.
You know that, was it that meme or or that gif of Jonah Hill where he's like kind of doing the, hey, just shut up, cut the neck kind of thing. Like, hey, maybe you don't want to say that.
Yeah, exactly.
This guy's 63, and he's talking about 2 teen girls egging him on, and he decided to do it.
So
Like,
that's
this is
peer
your
pressure,
excuse?
man.
Right? Like, hey, man, you might want to say that part.
Yeah, because, I mean, why are you trying to impress teen girls that you would go along with their dumb idea? What is that about? Okay.
He just said, I was like, there were these 2 teenagers, 16 or 17. They're standing and discussing why there's no eyes, no mouth, and no beauty. And then one of the girls in the group, they asked me, draw on the eyes. You work here. And so he did.
Yeah, why? Wow.
Yeah,
yeah.
You found the Jonah Hill clip of him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
nah, dog, you don't want to say that.
Yeah. No, let's just cut. Yeah. Yeah.
So the Olympics, it's been tough for U.S. hockey. As we told you, Slovakia beat the men's team, so they don't have a chance of winning the gold. And yesterday, Canada beat the U.S. women's Olympic hockey team.
Oh, man.
3-2. Damn it, Canada. You got the gold.
All right.
Damn it, Canada.
I do have to give them a shout out. I don't know if you can find it, Vicky, but their jerseys are sick. Like the Canadian team's jerseys look really good.
Oh, I'll have to see them. I haven't seen them.
So, Danny, maybe you can give me a little bit of a scoop on this, because big news in the world of the soccer, the Sounders.
Hey, the soccer. What's going on with the soccer, Steve?
They just announced that they have a new state-of-the-art facility in Renton.
Yeah.
So they're leaving Starfire?
They're leaving Starfire. They're going to Long Acres, and they're building a brand new facility, like training facility, like state-of-the-art, crazy $1 million facility for the Sounders.
It looks really nice.
Wow.
Right on the water, just like the Seahawks.
Yeah.
Like neighbors.
Yeah, they're going to have 4 fields. 2 of them are like Astro. The other 2 are natural grass. And they're going to have like a viewing deck with like a restaurant that you can go and like watch them train and all kinds of stuff.
Here's the most important question. Can beer leaguers, can they play soccer on these
It would
fields?
be awesome if they could.
You know what I mean? Like, how cool would that be?
It would be awesome.
I mean, the Kraken hockey, the community ice plots where they practice, there's beer league games that happen on that ice.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, I have to tell you, you don't have this kind of access as far as like restaurants or anything that where the Seahawks work out, do you?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you crash their catering.
Yeah,
which I think is frowned upon.
This is, to me, I don't know how long this has been going on, but this is kind of a new trend where, I'm sure there's a lot of privacy for the players anyway, but still that people can go out there and are encouraged to have a restaurant and everything all near the practice facility, just like at Northgate and now where the Sounders are going to be in Renton. I've never heard of that
and
before.
Get some food and watch some kick balls around.
Yeah. That's a great idea. That is, I think that's a terrific idea.
Well, and they did, I don't know if you saw some of the mock-ups for the locker rooms, but they kind of took after the Kraken, and they're going to have like a huge Sounders logo on the roof, like the...
I'll come up with an original idea.
I know.
I'm kidding.
But it's really cool. It's going to celebrate the 50 years, and it's going to open in 2024.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I think baseball was the one that I remember that always was really cool, letting you go see them work out, but you'd have to travel down to San Diego, down to the south and Arizona to do it. But it's cool that other teams now are letting you just sort of have a place to go see them practice.
I think it's awesome.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I mentioned that the Rams won the Super Bowl. They had their big Super Bowl parade.
Oh, they did?
Yesterday. Yeah, in case you missed it this weekend, the Super Bowl happened, and I know it's Thursday, but just to let everyone know. But what I love is that NFL Films, they, of course, get a lot of footage while the games are going on. We talked about this story, but now we have the audio. So Van Jefferson's a player for the Rams, and we talked about how his wife went into labor in the third quarter. They had to stretcher her out. He didn't find out, I guess, until after the game what was going on. And NFL Films caught the moment where it looked like someone from the Rams PR department, a lady that worked for the team, I don't know, maybe someone's part of management, who knows, goes up to Van while he's with his kids celebrating and said, "Hey, Van, your wife's at the hospital."
Oh, wow.
She's in labor. The best part is, and you can kind of hear it in the clip, but so Van's trying to tell his kids, we got to go. And one of the kids was like, "Why do we have to go?" Which I thought was just hilarious. Like he had an out. He could have just said, "Babe, I was coming, but our daughter said that she wanted to stay, so I couldn't make it over to watch you give birth to the child." But here's the audio of Van finding out that his wife just went into labor.
Your wife's giving birth right now.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Mommy's gonna have a baby. We gotta go. You ready? We gotta go quick. Okay. Because it's just having a baby.
Why do we have to go quick, Daddy?
Yeah.
We're partying. There's confetti.
Yeah, I don't understand this thing. And those kids are going to go, our little brother, sister ruined our lives.
Right?
Yeah, that's not a good way to welcome the new one in there. They already kind of probably don't like the kid because, here's another one going to take the attention of the parents. And then you kicked us out of the Super Bowl.
Why are you so mean to your youngest sibling? Yeah. We did not get to celebrate a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Daddy never won another Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. Yeah, they're going to always call that. Yeah.
We were invited to the Drake after party.
Nothing.
We couldn't go to that.
Couldn't do that.
Stupid sibling. All right, as far as weather, 48 degrees, going to be cloudy today. Thanks to Beacon Plumbing, Heating, and Mechanical for the Migs Report. And that's what's up.
Yesterday,
real quick, I guess the Sounders they got the guy that designed the Kraken training facility to design the facility that the Sounders are going to be doing.
Well, that's
Makes
why
sense.
it's probably got a lot of similarities.
I'm excited. I want to go.
Yeah, I bet you are. I bet you are. It's a great idea. I mean, I think it's for all hockey fans. Northgate's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, this is going to be very popular for Sounders fans.
Oh yeah,
especially if you have a place for people to drink beer.
Yeah,
during the summer it'll be amazing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. Oh, it's all of a sudden we're becoming quite the sports joint up here in the Pacific Northwest. Just saying for friends.
I heard a lot of wikis are just like someone said, "Hey, are you guys trying to bring an NBA franchise?" They're like, "Yeah, we're thinking about it and trying to figure out ways every day to make this happen." So the guys that brought us, of course, the Kraken, now we're trying to figure out how to bring the NBA here. And they even also mentioned that they're trying to bring the women's hockey, which is I think the NAWL. They changed their name, but the Women's Pro Hockey League. They're hoping to bring a team here as well.
Well, how cool would that be, man? I mean, seriously. I mean, obviously we've been very successful with women's basketball.
Yeah.
I don't know how successful we've been, as far as making money, but as far as bringing championships to town, they've been successful. That's for sure.
Yeah, it'd be pretty sweet. Just more hockey to watch, BJ.
Yeah. Hey, listen, man. You know what? I am all about all the sports. I just would love to see the Mariners, play this year. Come on, baseball. Figure it out. I really think the Mariners are going to be good.
I think it's called the Premier Hockey Federation. It was called the National Women's Hockey League. All right. They got like 6 or 7 teams. And they're going to start building more.
Why not, man?
Well, I ain't going to say no. It ain't my money, so I don't care.
Well, yeah. Well, that's a good point. If it's not your money, you'll never say no.
All right, then.
Yesterday, Steve did get this one wrong.
What is the most populous city in Kansas?
Topeka.
No.
Kansas City.
No.
Kansas.
No. Just gave up there.
Kansas.
Yeah, sorry, it's not Kansas. We were looking for Wichita. That was the city in Kansas we're looking for. You want a shot at BDC? All right, you got it. 206-421-ROCK. We're going to play Beat Migs. We'll do that at 6:47 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. Here's another question from a listener. If I can't afford to pay my bills, how am I going to afford attorneys and bankruptcy fees?
One of the things people ask me all the time as a bankruptcy lawyer is that how am I going to pay all these fees and costs because I'm here because I can't afford to pay my bills. And of course we understand that. I mean, being in the bankruptcy field. But one of the things to remember is that if you decide, once you make the decision to file bankruptcy, you can stop paying on all of the creditors that are going to be included in the bankruptcy, and those are the funds that you can use that you have been paying your creditors to pay your attorney fees and court costs to get your case filed. And once your case is filed, you're not going to have most of those payments anymore.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at ChooseTheRightChapter.com. That's ChooseTheRightChapter.com. Thanks for listening.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. When we think about the COVID-19 vaccine hesitancy in the Black community, let's remember, it didn't happen by chance. It's justified in history. But the will to change the narrative is strong today, and our people are lending their voices to the conversation. We're sharing our stories and the reasons that made us choose the vaccine so we can lead the way for others to make a well-informed choice too. To hear our stories, visit hereforuswa.org.